Well, many of us go for long drives to take in the beauty of the fall colors on the trees. Something you may not realize, right now is actually a great time to plant trees. But exactly what? Well, we're going to leave that up to gardening expert Ginny Rosenkrantz from the University of Maryland Extension Office. It's always good to see you, even though I'm looking at you through the trees. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
So who knew fall is the best time to plant trees? Why?
Well, it really is when you think about it, because the soil is still nice and warm, and that's the important thing. And with the soil being warm, we can have cool nights, cool days, but the soil still stays warm, and that way the roots can grow out into the soil, and that's the whole purpose of it. Because if the roots are in a container, or if it's a balled and burlap plant, you want those roots to go from here into the soil.
Okay, so what did you bring with you today?
Well, I have right beside you is a really cool thing. It's actually a sumac, which is a native tree.
Yeah.
This one is called Tiger Eyes because she has some really interesting fall color. And one thing about fall color is sometimes the leaves will turn color and stay.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like with that little guy,
yeah,
you can play with the leaves.
Oh, the leaves are falling.
Right off. Hence the term fall, which is really kind of cool. And what in front of me is a beautiful viburnum. This is a Cranberrybush Viburnum, and it's actually called Cranberrybush because when it has berries, the berries look a lot like cranberries, and they're gorgeous. But I love the fall color on this one. Kind of a burgundy, a little bit of orange undertones, real cool. And I would be remiss if I didn't bring in something that has gorgeous berries. So behind us, this is actually a holly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but this is what they call a deciduous, or a holly that loses its leaves in the wintertime. So all you see are these beautiful, beautiful berries. And this one is called red Sprite. And so the berries are very bright, very vibrant, and they stay on for a long, long time.
And I understand that they actually know that they need to store food right now.
Oh, yes, yes. All the plants right now, especially this weekend when it's going to be cold, the leaves are going to get the signal, okay, guys, we're done for the year.
Yeah.
And so all the sugars that they've made, they throw into the circulatory system of the plant, and it goes down into the roots, and the roots store all that sugar, turn it into starch, but then they also start bringing it back again for the new buds, for the new leaves and the new flowers for next year. So it's a very complicated system, and it's got a hierarchy, but you know, it seems to work. It really does.
Well, what about water?
Well, actually, this time of year we can start watering a little bit less, which is good. But you know, a lot of people when they plant a plant, they don't know how to dig the hole right and all that. Do you have a second? I can talk about that. Okay. What I like to do is tell people plant it as deep as the plant is tall. So let me go ahead and take this plant out of the pot. Let's see if we can do this.
You get it out of there.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Look at the roots.
And see, this is really good because you can see the roots. So the roots are pretty cool. And but see, the roots of a plant, and they've been in a pot like this, they're content to continue to circle and circle and circle. So when you dig your hole, you don't want to have it any deeper than the soil right here. Maybe even a little shallow. Okay. And then, but you want to have it wide, really wide, about 2 or 3 inches wider, so you can. When you backfill, the soil's all soft. And that way the roots can grow out. But before you even put this back in, you want to take a knife or a spade and actually cut the roots in 4 different places. And that kind of forces them to get out of that little circle and grow out.
But there's something you need to do before you start digging. You need to make a phone call?
Thank you. Yes. Before you dig anything this size, a tree, a shrub, anything larger than 1 gallon, please call Miss Utility. That's 111. Instead of 911, it's 811. And they will go ahead and come out and take a look at your property, and anything that's an underground line, they will go ahead and mark electricity, gas, cable. Those are important. You don't want to be cutting any of those.
No, absolutely. All right, so we're talking fall. Is there something we can do to think about spring planting?
Oh, yes. The beauty about planting for fall is you can think back into what your yard looked like all spring or all summer and say, this is what I didn't have, and I would really like to have that. Go to the garden center, find them, plant them in your yard. By the time spring comes around, they're going to be bursting forth, really.
Something to look forward to. Ginny, thank you as always. I love the advice you give us, and if you would like to read more about what Ginny discussed today, go to WBOC.com and click on our picture at the top of the page. Well, planting trees can do so much more than make our yard look nice. Just like we talked about how recycling helps the environment, so do trees. And there's a campaign underway to really get kids to understand the benefits. It's called Trees Rock, launched by Scottie's Tissues. The campaign urges kids in grades 3 to 6 to shoot a 1 to 3 minute video explaining why trees are so important. Now, it's the 5th year Scottie's has put on the campaign, and the concept from which it started is a very green one.
The Scottie's Trees Rock campaign was born out of the fact that Scottie's plants 3 trees for every 1 that it uses to create its tissues. In fact, our parent company, J.D. Irving, has over many decades planted close to 1 billion trees in North America. We believe in trees.
All videos are to be submitted by November 13th. The grand prize winner of the campaign will receive $10,000 to use on a sustainable project at their school. And if you want to enter the contest, we'll have a link on our website. Jimmy, sounds like a pretty cool campaign, doesn't it?
Man, that is awesome. And once those trees are planted, why not get outside and enjoy them? Well, that's exactly what one woman is trying to do. Get at-risk kids off the streets and onto the right path. In this case, the bike path.
At 75, Marilyn Price is still on the move. Marilyn's been riding bikes all her life, and some days as many as 22 miles.
I guess it goes back to when I was 4 and my dad let go of my seat and I was biking on my own the first time.
In the Bay Area, the leading cause of death among young people ages 15 to 24 is homicide. Marilyn decided to change those odds.
Wouldn't it be neat to bring them up here? You know, that they could experience what I experienced.
In 1986, she opened a thrift store and ran it out of her own garage. That thrift store grew into Trips for Kids.
Looking good, you guys.
A nonprofit that has helped 140,000 kids get on a bike and out into nature.
Our program is all for kids who would not otherwise have this opportunity.
When I started, it was hard, but now that I've been doing it, it's not that hard.
But Marilyn doesn't do it alone.
We've all come from different bicycle backgrounds, but we feel good about what our overall goal is to get more kids on bikes.
Trips for Kids also offers an Earn a Bike program, teaching kids bike mechanics and gives them credit towards earning bikes of their own.
It's just really cool, knowing how to fix a bike. It's a great skill.
And that's not the only skill they learn.
They definitely improve their ability, they improve their sociability, and they learn that they can do things they didn't think possible. Bikes and kids do go together. And then you throw in taking them into the outdoors, and you've just got a magical combination.
A combination that's worth riding for.
And just to let you know, Marilyn has been named a CNN hero for successfully teaching children for 3 decades how to ride bikes and get into nature. All that bike riding, don't know about you, but it's fueled my appetite. So coming up next, we're headed to the Delmarva Life kitchen to make Nolan's-style barbecue shrimp appetizers. Get ready for this. But first, you also have a chance to win a brand new roof for your home. Spicer Brothers Construction is looking for the neediest roof on Delmarva. The winner will get a new GAF limited lifetime roofing system. For your link to an entry form and a complete list of rules, just go to WBOC.com and click on our picture there at the top of the page. And good luck to you. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.